Please help me welcome the cast and creators of Battle Los Angeles, starting with producer Neil Moritz. Star of the film, Mr. Aaron Eckhart. Another one of the stars of Battle Los Angeles, Michelle Rodriguez. And lastly, director of the film, Jonathan Liebesman.
What's up, Comic-Con?
Jonathan, let's start with you. These aliens are, from what I can see, which isn't much, different from any other aliens I've seen on the screen. Can you talk a little bit about these particular aliens and what makes them so terrifying?
Sure. What we wanted to do was an alien that wasn't a creature or an insect. I think, you know, with Ridley's Alien, he sort of pioneered amazing creatures. You've seen things like District 9 with amazing insectoid aliens. We wanted to do something that was literally alien. I had a guy in London called Paul Gerard just draw up an amalgamation of various inspirations from like Chris Cunningham, stuff like that, and he came up with these, an image of creatures coming out of aliens coming out of the ocean that I couldn't describe as anything other than alien. And they had an almost a hint of biomechanicalness to them, but what I loved was I hadn't seen this anywhere, and got me very excited. I showed Neil, and I think he responded the same way.
Neil, if you could talk a little bit about the Battle of Los Angeles from the 1940s, from World War II, and how that influences the film.
Well, there's been obviously a lot of UFO sightings across the world over time that a lot of people think have been covered up. This was a true event from 1942 where, like it says, 1,500 rounds were fired, never brought anything down, but we thought that it was a great inspiration for a movie about what were all these supposed UFO sightings for, and what we came up with, what they were scouting missions for an eventual worldwide invasion that would take place in 2011.
Aaron, did you have to do any special military training? Because obviously the film is from the point of view of one particular Marine platoon that is facing these aliens. I was wondering if you and Michelle, you can answer this too, what training you had to go through?
Well, we did 3 weeks of boot camp before production. So we went to Louisiana where we filmed the movie 3 weeks before we were going to start, and we all went through boot camp. We put up a tent, slept in it, showered together, ate together, called each other by our characters' names, you know, tried to be military. We had Marine instructors. We got to know our weapons. We got to know how to think like Marines, act like Marines, swear like Marines, drink like Marines. You know, hopefully I felt like, and not only that, but in so doing, we got to know each other, you know, our hot points. We got to know our sense of humors, what kind of girls we liked, and
well, I'm an Air Force tech sergeant in the project, so I was the most Marine-like Air Force tech sergeant there, that's for sure, because I got to train with the boys. Nothing new to me. I do love that world, and I learned how to take apart an MP4, put it back together, an M4, yeah. In less than a minute, so that was kind of fun, with a pen. You try that now, buddy. Modern warfare does not teach you that.
Jonathan, let's talk about the decision to give the point of view of the film to be one particular group of Marines versus taking on all the battles all over the world. Was that a specific decision? Did you want that look of that tightness, that closeness?
Well, Chris Bertolini, who wrote the script, that was his decision, and I think that's what attracted Neil to the script, and that's what attracted me to the film too. I found a lot of the embedded footage you find of Marines in Iraq and Afghanistan incredibly powerful, And I thought that would just be a great way to tell an alien invasion story, and almost in an urban combat kind of way. And so that was not my decision, but I mean, I think it's a great one. I haven't seen it. I have not seen an alien invasion film told from the perspective of just a Marine platoon without cutting to the president or, you know, like Independence Day where you go all over the world. I just love this very myopic view of an alien invasion. It's very intense and reminded me of movies I love, like Blackhawk Down, you know, but putting aliens in that world.
But to give Jonathan a little bit more credit, you know, it was shot in a very specific way. I mean, you picked Lucas for a reason, the cinematographer. I mean, you literally, like, I grabbed, when I saw about 40 minutes of it the day before yesterday, I literally, like, grabbed an imaginary Xbox control and tried to move out of the way. It's very first-man shooter, the perspective through the whole process, and I think that really just creates a whole other interesting experience as an audience member watching the movie.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like influence on our generation from video games, and again, like embedded war footage is very first person. So the movie, it feels a bit like modern warfare, a bit like Halo, you know. It does. But I love that. I love that kind of stuff.
Aaron, does a film with a story like this, where the stakes are so high, does that give you an opportunity as an actor to explore aspects of the human condition you wouldn't get to in a romantic comedy or something like that?
Absolutely. I mean, as an actor, you always you want to extend your range and play the range from top to bottom. And I think the audiences like that when they see their actors going for it. You know, that things mean something when one of your Marines dies, or you're up against impossible odds as an actor, and you really go for it, and you see your guys going for it. There are times on this movie when we would take 5 minutes. Jonathan really ran us like dogs the whole time, never gave us any breaks, any water, any food. And we could have afforded it, but he didn't think it was good for the movie. I would look down at our guys in 100-degree heat in Louisiana, and I go, damn it, you're Marines. I mean, they had the dust and the grit and the 1,000-yard stare, and they were worked to the bone. And I just thought, I mean, look, I'm an actor, I don't know anything, but those guys look like Marines, and we're doing some real stuff here. And as an actor, you go home at the end of every day and go, that's why I became an actor, you know. I laid it all out there today. I didn't hold back. I tried things. You know, the great thing about Jonathan as a director is that he took every one of my stupid ideas and most of Michelle's and let us do them.
Let's see if they like it first, then.
Because we got ideas firing. Our synapses are firing all the time because we're actors. And Jonathan really let us go there, and I think it really helped the film. And he really knows how to work with actors. I don't know why I said that, but the film's great.
Michelle, you've done a lot of action films and a lot of work like that. When a film set is physically exhausting, when it's grueling work, is it harder for you to focus as an actor, or does it actually
it's actually easier for me because I'm more physical than I am, mental. But yeah, playing a tech sergeant was actually the challenging aspect of it all, because then I had to geek out really. And I'm used to doing that in my free time, not like, when I'm working. So it's like, I don't know, it was the whole process of doing the research, going to the Air Force and seeing what it is that they do when they're, tracking modulating frequencies and stuff like that. I found that whole world intriguing. And after that, I gotta say, we really are safe. These guys are busting booty every day, tracking all kinds of stuff. So America's a really, really safe place. But that was, I think, the most challenging aspect of it. The boot camp and stuff, yes, it was grueling, it was tough.